Yes,
Teacher,
5.4.
we didn't start 5.4. We completed 5.3, I guess.
Okay, okay. So that means we didn't start at all 5.4. Today we are going to do 5.4. That means we are first going to make an equation and then we are going to solve it. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
So should we start very quickly? Yeah, so that at least we can cover this exercise in this class. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Now, how many variables are we learning? One variable. Yet we are doing one variable. Linear equation with one variable. You can see on the screen 5.5. Can you see two variables? Yes. So there is a difference in making the equation when we are doing one variable and when we are doing two variables. If we are framing an equation where we are using one variable, that means we will have only one alphabet in the equation. When we are doing linear equation with two variables, that means if I had, like, for example, just look first part of your 5.4 question. The sum of two numbers is 85. The sum of two numbers is 85. Okay, if we have to make linear equation with one variable, that means I can't say let one number be x and let the other number be y. Can I do that? No. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, when it is one variable means we have to look for one more condition by which, I can have just one variable in the making of the equation. Okay, chalo, very quickly I will start with the first sum. Let me see what all is given to me, how I can make the equation and go about. Okay, now the sum of two numbers is 85. So I know that there are going to be two numbers. If one number exceeds the other by 7, so let me take one number, let one number be x. Okay, and the other number, if one number exceeds the other by 7, when I say exceeds, what does it mean, beta? Barira, yes, he's looking out of the window again. Okay, does he do the same thing, when he's chatting with you people, or only when it is class he looks outside the window?
When he's also chatting with us,
he still looks outside the window. We will have to ask Sufyan's parents as to, what is there outside the window. Please show us what is there outside the window. That is so attractive that Sufyan cannot resist looking outside the window. Correct? Chalo. So we come back to the sum. We say let one number be x. So tell me what will be the other number?
Y.
No, we can't take that. That is what I'm saying, na?
The same x, teacher.
Pardon?
The same x and x.
No, we can't take two x's. No, we can take both x if both the numbers are equal. Okay, then I can take this also as x and the other also as x. Now I can take only one number as x. The other number, see, they have given me the condition. They have said if one number exceeds the other by 7. Exceeds
7x.
Plus 7.
Plus 7.
Plus 7. Yes or no? So my other number will be x plus 7. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So if one number is x, see, Sharia, I heard you saying 7x. Am I right? Sharia, lekin 7x will be multiplied, na? It won't be exceeding. When it is exceeding, that means it is adding. Are you understanding? If it was like, 7 times more than the first number, 7 times more than the first number, then it would be 7x. Yes, Sharia? Can you catch the words? Okay. So I will say, let one number be x. So the other number will be x plus 7. Am I clear till here? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Now, according to the given condition, whatever the condition is given, they are saying the sum of two numbers is 85. That means if I do x plus 7, these are the two numbers, okay? So let me take this in a bracket so you understand that I'm adding only two numbers. Okay. So one number is x, the other number is x plus 7. If I add both of them, my answer should be 85. Am I right, beta? Is this the condition that is given to me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, let me see what I can do. I will open the brackets. So I get x plus 7 is equal to 85. So what is the next step? What do I get? I get 2x plus 7 is equal to 85. Am I right? Now my 7 goes on the right hand side. What does it become there? Minus 7?
Minus 7.
Okay. So I get 2x is equal to, what is 85 minus 7?
78.
Very good. So I write 78. If I keep x on this side, tell me what is going to happen to that 2 that is there on the left hand side. When it goes to the right hand side, what happens? Divide?
Divided by 2.
Yes. What is 78 divided by 2?
39.
39. Superb. So my x is 39. Am I right? If my x is 39, that means I will say the first number is 39 because first number was x and x is 39. Okay. What is going to be my second number? Second number is equal to x plus 7. Am I right? So I will write 39 plus 7. What is 39 plus 7? Can you help me?
46.
46. So which are the two numbers that I get? I get one as 39 and I get the other as 46. This is how I'm going to solve my equation. Yes, Safi, I cannot hear you. Beta, you're mute.
No, teacher. I said to myself.
Okay. Great.
What is 80 GC?
Yes, Barira?
What is 80 GC?
According to the given condition. Okay. If two conditions will be given, then I will write according to the given condition 1, then according to the given condition 2. But here, since we are doing one variable, we will have one condition. So I'm not numbering it. Okay, according to the given condition. Is it very clear till here? First sum, have you understood it well? This chapter has got lot of weightage in your NIOS board exam. So I want you to be very, very clear about this particular chapter. And that is the reason why I have gone very slow and I've explained in detail as to how the things from left hand side move to the right hand side and right hand side to the left hand side. I'm doing each step with you. I'm not jumping on the steps also for the same reason. I hope I'm very explanatory. Yes? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Still, if you don't understand, you can ask me, okay? Now I'm going to erase the first one. Can I do that?
1 minute.
Okay. Then, bacha.
Yes.
Today, Ajmal is again absent. Was he there for the other lectures?
No.
Okay. Can I erase it? Okay, great. Now we're moving to sum number 2. Okay. Again, remind yourself that it is linear equation with one variable. That means I can't solve the problem by putting two alphabets there. I have to have one only. The age of the father is 20 years more than twice the age of the son. Okay. So I have two people. So I will start with the smaller one as x. Always try to take the smaller one as x. Okay. So I repeat the first statement. The age of the father is 20 years more than twice the age of the son. That means father is bigger. So I will not take father's age as X. I will take let the son's age be X. Okay. Now there is one more word here that says twice the age of the son. Am I right? So if the son's age is X, what will be that twice the
2x.
son's age?
2x.
Very good. Twice the son's age is going to be 2x. Okay. Now I move to the father's age. The age of the father is 20 years more than twice the age of the son. 20 years
Plus
more
20.
than. What will
Plus
it be?
20.
Plus 20 to what?
2x plus 20.
Exactly. Yes, it is going to be like that. So I will say, so the father's age is 20 years more than twice the age of the son. So twice the age of the son is 2x, 20 years more. So 2x plus 20. Am I right? Let me put this in a bracket so that I know this is father's age. Okay. This 2x years is twice. X years is the son's age. And 2x plus 20 years is the father's age. Correct? Now, if the sum of their ages is 65. Now, if they say, if का मतलब क्या होता है? Condition दिया है. Yes. So what will I write? According to the given condition. What is the condition they have given? If the sum of their ages is 65. Okay. So sum of their ages, sum of whose ages? Father and son. Okay. What is the son's age?
2x. X.
Twice नहीं लेना है हमको. हमको son का age लेना है. Son का age is how much? X. X plus 2x plus 20 should be equal to 65. Do you agree, beta?
Yes.
Yes. So my equation is ready. If the equation is ready, I need to start solving it. So I open the bracket first. So I get x plus 2x plus 20 is equal to 65. X plus 2x is going to be 3x. Okay. 3x is equal to, now I take 20 on the other side. So it will be 65 minus 20. Do you agree, bacha log? So I get 3x is equal to, what is 65 minus 20?
45.
45.
45. So I have x is equal to 45 because 3 is multiplied on the left hand side. When it comes on the right hand side, it becomes division. So it's going to be 45 divided by 3. Tell me, what is that going to be?
15.
Very good. So can I say the son's age is 15 years? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And what about father's age? I said father's age was
15 plus 15 plus 20.
20. Yes, you're right. So it's going to be equal to 2x plus 20. So if I start substituting the value of x here, it's going to be 2 multiplied by 15. Okay, plus 20. So that is going to be 30. 1 minute, it has to be plus. It became equal to. Okay, 30 plus 20. And what is that going to be? 50.
50.
Have you understood how we are doing the sum?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, is it difficult? Actually,
No, teacher.
if you follow it rightly, then it's not difficult. Okay, so here if you want, we can mention son's age is equal to 15 years. Okay. And here we can mention father's age is equal to 50 years. Done? Have you written it down also? Okay. Sharia completed. Barira completed, beta.
Yes,
Safia, Pranav.
Yes, teacher, completed.
Okay. Can I erase it? Barira, beta. Can I erase it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we move to the next sum?
Yes.
Okay. We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
length of a rectangle and we have breadth of the rectangle. Okay. Now the length of the rectangle is twice its breadth. Twice its breadth. So tell me which is big? Breadth is big or length is big?
Length.
Length.
Length is big. We have to take x to the smaller one. Yes. So what will I say? Let the breadth be x. Tell me, am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Right? The breadth is x. So the length is, tell me,
2x.
2x, because twice hai na? Twice is 2 times, multiplied 2 times. So if the breadth, let the breadth be x, the length is going to be 2x. Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
If the perimeter of the rectangle is 66 centimeter, okay, perimeter, that means first let me try to write what they have given me. Perimeter of rectangle is given as 66 centimeters. Okay. Now let me write the formula of perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter of the rectangle formula. Do you know what is a perimeter formula?
2L plus 2W.
Yes. Or you can write 2L plus 2B. Okay. Or 2B. Or you can write this as 2 length plus breadth, which is the same thing. Your W is the width. Okay. So width can be the breadth, B. So formula is the same. 2L plus B. Okay. Is it very clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
They tell me that the perimeter of the rectangle is 66. Okay. Now perimeter of the rectangle is 66. So I will write 2 length plus breadth is equal to 66. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will I put here according to the given condition? 2 length plus breadth is 66. Now wherever I have L, I will substitute with the value I have assumed, and wherever I have B, I will put the value that I have assumed. So
Ma'am, can I give the answer?
please.
Ma'am, length is 22 and breadth is 11.
Okay, let me check. 2L plus B, no? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Very good. So we will write 2x plus x is equal to 66. So that is 3x is equal to 66. Okay. Now you can see if I open the bracket, it becomes 6x is equal to 66. Am I right? If I write x on this side, 66 divided by 6 is going to be x. Am I right, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to get 11 centimeters as x. What was x? X was the breadth. Okay. So I will say breadth is equal to 11 centimeters. Length was 2x. So I will write length is equal to 2x, which is equal to 2 multiplied by 11, which is equal to 22 centimeters. Superb. See, Sophian, if you even know the answer, okay, you will have to show it in this manner. Board examination is all about writing and showing it to them. Okay. There, when you have the examination, teacher is not going to be there like that face to face to you so that you can say the answer and teacher knows, Sufyan knows it. So to prove your answer, you will have to write it like that and show it to them. Will you be able to write it also, Sufyan? Okay, great. Yeah, please take all the steps. Yes, yes, Barira?
Don't rub it.
No, I'm not rubbing. I'll ask and rub. I was saying that you have to be very, very, careful when you're writing the steps. Okay? Be very explanatory. Let the person who is correcting your paper know that you have understood the topic. Okay? That is the key to success.
Done.
Done? Everybody is done? Sharia, you're also done writing, beta? Okay. Pranav, are you with us? Yes, Pranav? Okay. Can we move to the last sum?
Yes, teacher.
So we are doing the fourth sum now. See, I will read the question first, try to find out, frame the equation, and then solve the equation. Now look at question number 4. In a class, the number of boys is 2 by 5 of the number of girls. Boys is 2 by 5 of the number of girls. So tell me, what is my assumption going to be? How am I going to start about assuming things? I have got something that is 2 by 5 of girls. So if I let the, one moment. If I let the number of girls be X, tell me, so the number of boys will be? Tell me what?
2 by 5.
2 by 5x. 2 by 5x. Do you agree with that? Yes?
No, teacher. Why should we put X? Like
Yeah,
beside
because
2 by 5?
it is 2 by 5 of the number of girls. It is 2 by 5 of the number of girls. That is why I took girls as X. So 2 by 5 of X. So 2 by 5x. Do you understand why we will take that X?
Yes.
Because it is 2
Yes,
by 5
sir.
of what? Fraction of 2 by 5 of what? Of girls. So it will be 2 by 5x. Now can we go to the condition? Yes. Find the number of girls. That means we have to find the number of X in the class if the number of boys is 10. That means if 2 by 5 of X is 10, then we have to find the number of girls. So that means they have given us a condition. So we will write according to the given condition. What they have given us is 2 by 5 of X is equal to 10. Do you agree, beta?
Yeah.
Yes. Now what do? I keep the X on this side and I want to take 2 by 5 on the other side. Tell me what will happen to that 2 by 5 if I take it on from the left hand side to the right hand side?
Multiply,
It
it will
will
become
reciprocate.
Exactly. We will have to multiply with the reciprocal. When I say reciprocal, that means what is it going to become? 5 by 2? Yes or no? So 2 ones are, if I do the cutting, 2 ones are, then what will happen? 2 fives are. Yes, tell me, bachcha log.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. See, I will do the cutting and show it to you. If I do the cutting, okay, I will do 2 ones are. Okay, I will have 1 here. Okay, and that 10 is going to get cut. And what is it going to become? 5?
5.
5.
5. So 2 ones are and 2 fives are. What is 5 fives are? Tell me.
25.
So my answer is going to be 25. What is 25? What is X? Number of girls?
Yes.
So I will say number of girls in the class is equal to 25. Have you got it, beta? How we'll do the sum?
Yes, ma'am.
So today we have completed 5.4. Have you understood 5.4 well?
Yes.
Can I erase it?
Yes.
Now we are going to go ahead with 2 variables. Okay. I will just maybe explain the basics and then we can find the answer. Let us make the equations with 2 variables now. Now we are allowed to take 2 variables. Okay. So that means if one thing we take as X, we can take the other as Y. Okay. Can we do this part? I think this part is easy. 5.5 is easy. Can I do it, beta? And when I do it, it will, you know, it is self-explanatory. We are doing 5.5, the first question. The perimeter of a rectangle is 98. Take length as X and breadth as Y because they are asking me to do 2 variables. So X and Y. So I'm going to say my L is going to be X, B is going to be Y. Okay. I know the formula of perimeter. What is the formula of perimeter of a rectangle? We just did it in the previous sum.
2L plus B.
L plus B. Very good. Okay. Now what have they given me? The perimeter of the rectangle is given as 98. Okay. So I will say according to the given condition. Okay. Perimeter is given as 98. So my equation is going to be 98 is equal to 2 length plus breadth. So 2. What is my length? Tell me. X plus Y. Do you agree, bachcha log? Can I call this as my equation?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I will only arrange it properly so that it looks like an equation. That means whatever is on my right hand side, I will take it on the left hand side. Okay. And I will make the equation. 2x plus y is equal to 98 is the first equation. Can I go to the next equation? We don't have to solve it. Okay, they have not asked us to solve it. They've only asked us to make
to frame it.
Yeah, just to frame it. So we have framed it. Can I do the next sum?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are moving to the second one. Okay. The age of the father is 10 more than twice the age of the son. Now you remember when we were doing single variables, one variable, we took both as to be x, x, x. Yes, one we took as x, then other we took as 2x plus whatever we had at that point of time. But here, what are we supposed to do? We have to use 2 variables. Okay, so when we have to use two variables, that means I will have to take one as x and the other as y. So I will say let the son's age be x. Okay, twice his age will be what? Can I say 2x? Okay. Let the father's age be y. Because they've asked me to use two variables. So I will take father's age as y. Okay. Now what can I do? According to the given condition. What is the given condition? The age of the father is. Now wherever this word is comes will be equal to. So y is equal to. The age of the father is. See how I am forming the equation. The age of the father is. So I take y and is ka jagah mein I will put equal to. 10 more than twice the age of the son. Twice the age of the son is 2x. 10 more will be plus 10. Am I right? Can I call this as my equation for the second statement?
Yes.
Yes. Barira, are you understanding?
Yeah, 1 minute, don't drop it.
Yeah. Pranav, are you there with us? See, this is the second time
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
called him. Huh? Pranav, second time I called you. Last time
Yes,
you
ma'am.
didn't respond.
I didn't hear it, ma'am.
Why you didn't hear it? What were you doing?
I was here only.
Okay. Can I erase it? Okay, waiting. Okay. Can we do the third one? A number is 10 more than the other number. So now two variables we want. What will we do? Tell me. Let first number be x. So the second number will be
Y.
yes. Because we need two variables, no? So we can say let first number be x and so ke badle you can write and the second number be y. Okay, we can do this also. Now tell me what is the given equation. A number is 10 more than the other number. So a number is 10 more. A number is bola to x is. When I say is, I will put equal to 10 more than other number. So other number is y plus 10. Is the equation made?
Yeah.
A number is 10 more than other number. Okay. We can do it like that also. Or if you make it this way also is going to be right. 10 plus x is going to be y. This is also going to be right. Because a number is 10 more than other number. So if the first number is 10 more than y, so we can write it as x plus 10 is equal to y. Or we can write x is equal to y plus 10. Because we don't know which number they are talking about. Is it very clear? Can we move to the next? Okay.
Yeah.
Now here see what they're saying. The cost of 2 apples and 3 oranges is 120. Take x and y as the cost of apples and oranges respectively. Okay, so they have already told me apples is going to be X. So I will very quickly write, let the cost, let the cost of apples be equal to X and the cost of orange be equal to Y. Okay, so according to the given condition, what will I say? 2X plus 3Y is equal to 120. Do you agree, beta?
Yeah.
So the equation is made. Do you need any explanation in this part? I think it's not required, but if you still want, I will explain why I did it at 2X and 3Y. Because 2 kg is a number of apples. So 2 kgs multiplied by the cost and 3 kgs multiplied by the cost of oranges. So 3 kgs and the cost of oranges is Y. That is why we are multiplying it as 2X and 3Y. Is it very clear till here? Okay.
Yes.
Now we move to the second question here. Very easy to, you will only do it. I will not do it for you. You will only solve it. Okay. X is equal to 0. Y is equal to 3 is the solution of the equation. So you have to find whether it is true or false, whether it is really the solution of the equation or not. They have given you the values of X and Y. You only have to substitute it. Now when they say 3X plus 2Y minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, we have to only substitute. In the place of X, we will substitute the value of X. In the place of Y, we will substitute the value of Y. So I'm going to write 3, value of X is 0, okay, plus 2, value of Y is 3, okay, and I'm going to write equal to and take 6 on the right hand side. So minus 6 will go there, it will become plus 6. Am I right? 3 multiplied by 0 is going to be 0. Okay. 2 multiplied by 3 is going to be 6. So 6 is going to be equal to 6. Is it true or false? Tell me. True?
True.
So
True.
we will consider this statement to be true. Can you do this third question as your homework? You only have to substitute and you have to find out whether this is true or whether this is false. If you get equal to answer like this, that means your left hand side is equal to right hand side, then it is going to be true. If you are going to get two different answers, left hand side is different and right hand side is different, then you will write the answer to be false.
Let's do it right now.
Okay, chalo, karo, patak se kar lo. No problem. Do it along with me. Okay, I'm going to do 5. Substitute the value of X, that is 2. Okay, plus 2. Substitute the value of Y, that is 5. Okay, is equal to 10. 2 5s is going to be 10 plus 10 is equal to 10. Okay, so 20 is equal to 10. Is it going to be correct?
False.
False. So I am going to say that 20 is not going to be equal to 10. I'm going to write this line like this. Equal to को हमको not equal to form में लेना पड़ेगा. We will have to write it like that because it's never going to be equal to. We are not going to write a false statement. So we will cut that equal to. So we will write it as false. Homework done. Yes. So today
I didn't understand, like, why, how should we write true or false? What is he asking?
They are asking us that this statement, is the statement correct or not? Okay. This statement, is it correct with the values that they have given it to us? If the value of X is 2 and the value of Y is 5, then tell me that the equation that is given is a true or a false. That they are asking us. So what we are doing, we are substituting the values that they have given in the equation and trying to find whether the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. If I get the left hand side equal to right hand side, that means yes, the values are correct. But if I do not get the left hand side equal to right hand side, that means the values that they have given me is not correct. So I will say it's a false statement. Got it, beta Safia? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Today we have done 5.4 and 5.5. In the next class, we will do 5.6. And for that, I am telling you right now, okay, that we will require a graph. What will we require? A graph.
We need a graph paper.
Yes, you need a graph paper. Graph paper or a graph book for that case, because we have an exercise to do. One paper will not be enough. Okay, so either you have say 5 or 6 graph papers, or you have a graph book so that you can maintain it till your 10th standard to refer it. I hope you get me what I'm saying. Whatever we are doing now, we have to store it, no, for the next year also, so that when we revise, we should be able to do it, right? So please buy a graph book, and by the next maths class, I will not let you sit for the lecture if you don't have a graph book. Because unless, you know, it's going to be a waste for you to sit for the lecture if you don't have a graph.
Ma'am, tomorrow?
Next class. Tomorrow will be science class. Yeah, the day after.
Thursday.
The day after. The maths class. I need it for the maths class. Okay?
Thursday.
Chalo, bye-bye. Have a great day.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.